Valley Club, I've been playing Raid Shadow Legends for years, and yesterday I deleted my account. We're starting fresh. Started this brand new YouTube channel, so if you want to pick up the game along with me and start brand new, I'm going to show you how to start your account off right. I'm going to show you how to get access to 4 epic characters for free. Within a week, you're going to have 2 legendaries in your account for free, which is more than any of my previous accounts, even one that I've been playing for months and months and months. So if you're ready to see how you can dominate Raid for 2025 and beyond, then you know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin Raid channel. I am ValleyFlyin and I hope you're having an excellent day. And yes, picked up Raid again, and man, a lot has changed since the last time I played it. And big shout out to folks over at Player for sponsoring this video, reintroducing me to Raid, because there's a lot that has changed since the last time that I've played this game. So how should you start your account off right? Well, the first thing you need to do is use my link to download Raid. Why should you use my link? There's a lot of other people that are covering Raid that have their own download links. Well, I've seen a lot of those other links. They have 2 epic champions. My link, you're gonna get 4 epic champions. Well, let's jump into the game and take a look at this new account, and pretty much the only account that I'm playing right now. Deleted all my old accounts for a couple reasons. One, because I started all those accounts off wrong. I was just playing for fun and didn't start it off efficiently, so I wanted to play this game super efficiently. Also, when I logged into my old accounts, there was a lot that changed. I was really overwhelmed. There's a lot of new content. I wasn't sure where to start. Lots of new things in the game to do, and I wasn't really sure what to do, how any of them work. So I wanted to start fresh, start off, so I wasn't overwhelmed. Also wanted to start with you guys so that we could start fresh on this account. So if you wanted to join me, start off brand new, I'm going to show you how to start this account off. But if you want to start this account with this channel, you could follow along with me and this channel and progress along with me. And when you use my link to download Raid on day 1, you're going to get Uugo in your account. Uugo is one of the best epics in Raid Shadow Legends. And luckily for us, Raid was allowing me to pick which champions you're going to get from that download link. There's a bunch of champions that I was able to pick, and I picked the best one out of that list for you, Uugo. Uugo is very valuable, one of the best support champions in the game. Very valuable when it comes to the Hydra clan boss. And if we look at the A1 ability for Uugo, it has leech debuff, and it's going to aid your team's survival. And when you have that cleanse on A3, this is a very valuable skill. Removes heal reduction debuffs from allies, removes a random debuff from allies, heals them for 20% of this champion's max health. So once you start to build Uugo, you want the most max health on this character. Build super beefy. And this last part of this skill, if all allies are dead, revives them to 50% HP, then fills their turn meter by 50% instead. Very strong, because I was in an arena battle. Everyone was dead except for Uugo. Uugo brought them all back to life, and we ended up winning that arena battle. So very important champion. But the best part of Uugo's kit is probably this one right here, Maelstrom Rack level. Attacks all enemies, 75% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. Very strong. Also has a 50% chance of placing a block buff debuff for 2 turns. The chance of placing block buffs decreases by 5% for each enemy alive. Very important debuffs for pretty much all the content in Raid Shadow Legends. So once you download and install Raid, then you get to pick your starter champion, and this is very important. Now, all of these champions are pretty good. The best one probably by far is Kayle. It's gonna be your early starter champion. You're gonna take him through a lot of the campaigns, and the reason Kayle is so good is because he has poison, which is very important early game. It's gonna help you clear a lot of the campaign nodes and give you access to a lot of the later champions. You can pick Elhain or Aethel. Both are very good. Kayle is a little better though. My first account, I picked Gaelic, and while he wasn't bad, Kayle is going to get you through a lot of content a lot easier. So if you want the easiest time through, pick Kayle. If you want more of a challenge, pick Elhain or Aethel. If you want a bigger challenge, pick Gaelic. But you're not going to ruin your account if you get Gaelic, because you're going to get some other legendaries from this code. Now, as soon as you're done with the tutorial, go to your inbox. You want to make sure that Uugo is there. If Uugo is there, you're good. The code worked. You're going to get the other 3 epic champions for free as you reach certain levels in the game. If Uugo's not there, the code didn't work, I would delete the game and start all over. Use that link to download Raid. Make sure that when you're done with the tutorial, you go in your inbox and Uugo is there. When Uugo's there, you're good. Like I said, I do like Kayle as a starter champion. He does have this poison, which is a very powerful effect for a starter champion. Don't really have a lot of those poison effects in the early game. But the move I like the best that really helps me in the campaigns and arena, and the other modes is this acid rain, big AoE attack, 15% of a chance of inflicting a critical hit, which means that you only need to build his crits up to 85% because the other 15% is covered by this move. Very, very strong move, and a lot of times, especially with the weaker waves, as you start to build Kale, wipes out the entire wave. So very, very good when trying to clear your waves fast. So now you have your starter champion Kale, and you have your free epic and Uugo. Now it's time to get your free legendary, and we're gonna use a promo code for that. Now, you only have for the first 24 hours of creating your account to enter this promo code, so you need to do this right away so you lose access to it. We're gonna use the promo code Monkey King, and that's gonna get you access to the legendary Sun Wukong. And once you enter that, you're gonna get Sun Wukong, you're gonna get that legendary character, 15 spirit experience brews, 300,000 silver, and 15 greater spirit potions. Now, sometimes these codes expire, new ones come about for some even better characters. So I'm gonna put a link to hellhades.com where we have all the current promo codes here. Now, with these promo codes, like I said, you could only use one of them. You could only use it within the first 24 hours, so make sure you choose wisely. I do think that Monkey King is the best one for Sun Wukong, but Taragi the Frog is a pretty good epic character as well. Like we said, Sun Wukong is probably the best one here, but Loki the Deceiver is also a very good character as well. Another legendary character, probably would be my second choice after Sun Wukong if you don't have access to that character anymore. So after a day or so of playing, this is where my account is. We have a lot of energy, we have a lot of silver. These were two bottlenecks which were really keeping me from progressing back when I was playing before. So they have loosened up a lot of the previous bottlenecks. And let's go check out my roster because I wish I had these champions when I started my account all those years ago. Sun Wukong right off the bat made such a huge difference and allowed us to progress through a lot of the campaign mission. I think we beat all of the normal campaign mission on day one. Kale, we are working our way towards a stronger Kale. We already have Uugo. And because we reached level 25 so quickly, within the first 24 hours or so, we got our next bonus champion in Tagoar. Now, like Uugo, Tagoar is one of the best epic support champions in the game. You're gonna get that both right away. And paired with Monkey King and Kale as your attackers, these two strong support characters, you have a great roster to start off with. If you look at the A1 skill for Tagoar, attacks one enemy 2 times, 60% increased defense buff for two turns, ally with the lowest HP. So your weakest ally, the one that you want to protect the most, Tagoar is going to help that. Also, big AoE attack and a 30% speed increase buff on all allies, 2 turns. It's a 5-turn cooldown, so you're going to use this a lot. You get less, as you get to level 5, it becomes a 3-turn cooldown, so it becomes even more effective. And this is a great one, especially in conjunction with Uugo. Revives all dead allies, not as strong as Uugo, 30% HP. There's a shield buff on all allies, 2 turns equal to 20% of this champion's max health. So you do want to get Tagoar with a lot of health. And with paired with that revive that Tagoar does and the revive that Uugo does, man, it is a very powerful arena, clan boss team, powerful dungeon boss team. So you're going to be able to do a lot of content very, very early on within your first 24 hours. And just with those 4 champions, you have a solid roster, but it's going to get even better after 7 days because there is a calendar going on right now for Alice. We've only been playing for a little over a day or so, so we've got 2 logins so far. So we don't have Alice unlocked yet, but on day 7, all you need to do is make sure you keep logging in for 7 days. You're gonna get Alice for free. Really, really good character, and you're gonna get another attacking character when paired with the characters that you already have unlocked. Really, really strong roster. You're gonna get a bunch of other things to level up Alice, and on day 14, you're gonna get a perfect soul for Alice, and then phase 2 should begin. We're gonna get even more stuff here. So after a few more days of playing, we're gonna get Alice unlocked, gonna add some damage to our squad. We are level 25 right now, but as we reach level 45, we're gonna get another character from that promo code. It is a character that's so good, actually featured in the pass right now, the Apprentice Pass, Rector Drath. Like Uugo and Tagoar, Rector Drath, one of the best epic support characters in the game. If we look at the A2 skill here, it heals all allies, 20% of this champion's max health. So a lot of these support characters, you want them with a lot of health there because their healing is based on their max health. Your healing plays a perfect veil buff for 2 turns on all allies with full HP, so that's a very defensive buff. Helps with reducing some damage, places them almost like in a stealth mode. Places a 15% continuous heal buff for 1 turn instead of all allies with less than 100% HP, very strong. And another revives a single ally, not all allies like Uugo and Tagoar, but single ally. 60% HP, fills their turn meter by 60%, places a perfect veil buff on them for 3 turns. So another strong support character. Big win rate for Rector Drath at the highest level arena, 28% win rate with her on the field. So very strong character that you can still use at the end game. So at level 45, you have your starter champion in Kale. You'll have your epic support characters in Uugo, Tagoar, Rector Drath. You have your legendary attackers in Sungwoo, Konga, and Alice. And then level 50, you get one more character in Mausoleum Mage. And Mausoleum Mage is a very versatile support character. It can fit onto a bunch of different teams. It has a bunch of different use cases for you. So you got some versatility with this last epic character here. Places a 30% increased crit rate buff and an increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns, and place a block debuff buff on all allies for 1 turn. So some very strong buffs for your team. Also has some healing, removes debuffs from all allies, heals all allies for 10% of this champion's max health. So like a lot of the previous champions, the healing based on his own max health, and heals each ally by a further 10% if more than 1 debuffs are removed from that ally. And filling speed bar, turn meter, 15% if 2 or more debuffs are removed from that ally. So pretty strong moves, give some speed, remove some debuffs, and provide some decent buffs for your team as well. So if you want to start a brand new raid account and follow along with us on this channel as we progress this brand new account as well, make sure you download raid, use that QR code up there, or use the link down in the description. Make sure you use the QR code or that link, because that is what's going to get you those bonuses. If you go through the app store, download it directly from there, you're not going to get any of those 4 epic champions. You're not going to get all those bonuses as well. So make sure you do that. And if you're wanting to follow along with us, progress your account with us, make sure you subscribe to this channel. We're going to be going up more raid content, at least 5 raid videos every single week. And tomorrow's video is going to be about some of the biggest mistakes that I made. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you know as soon as that video goes up. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.